Hello, and welcome to the Chronicles of Yarnia, the podcast from Montclair's local yarn store. I'm not Jen. I'm Kathleen.
Amanda.
Haley.
We're mixing it up a little bit today. Jen is on a late summer, right before start of school vacation, up at the Cape, enjoying last little family time before the kids get back to school. So we'll be seeing something from her later. We're pretty sure.
Yeah. Crazy how fast
I think so.
time's
We're pretty
going.
sure because we have some finished sweaters.
Oh, yeah.
So, so today you've got the three of us. Yes. Haley's making one last appearance before she heads back to school.
Bookends.
You have had a busy summer.
Yeah, I know. It's September next week.
Yes, exactly. It'll still be August when this comes out, but...
Yes, it will. Yes. We'll have a whole nother week of August when this comes out.
Yes, but not a full calendar week.
Yeah, we know because we're heading up to get her apartment.
We found one.
Thank you for all the good wishes of those who said, we know Haley will find an apartment. She did. Yay. Yeah. It is not furnished. Boo. But
when is it going to be furnished?
There's always IKEA.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And Craigslist.
Yeah. Find nothing.
The Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yes.
And literally my basement, right?
Exactly.
Having the kitchen things. We
found
put a lot of stuff aside.
Yeah, exactly. We're collectors.
Yeah.
Of all items.
Oh. Yeah. Well, the first kid, so you're the only kid.
Yeah.
But the first kid to move out gets like all
so
the
much
good
stuff.
stuff.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the later ones have to inherit from the bigger ones.
Mm-hmm. Though, Beth, she went to college and did she have an apartment there? I guess she did. Yeah,
she did.
Yeah.
She did, but it was furnished, so she didn't take furniture.
Didn't need a whole lot.
But Catherine's taken, like, a whole bedroom set. That was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was dated, like 70s.
Mm-hmm.
But still useful.
But solid wood, like
something
really
that's gonna
nicely
last.
made.
Yeah, lasted this long, right?
The most storage. It's like a headboard that is like on a ship where you've got like the drawers inside the headboard.
Wow.
So much storage.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
So
nice.
that's her stuff now. And she took all the baby stuff.
Uh-huh.
So crib, the rocker, all the stuff. Like changing table is all hers. So later ones have to fight with Catherine to get it, I guess. I don't know. The choice of being first.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So first or only, like we said in your case.
Haley's like, I win this round.
The first, the last, the everything.
Yes, I am the ultimate being.
So let's see what's coming up. I mean, it is still, like I said, it's still summer for a little bit, or it's still going to be August when this comes out. It is still summer, actually, until September 21st. So, I got one more summer sweater I'm going to cast on.
Warm days in.
Oh, the weekend that this comes out is Pokémon Go Fest Global.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that. That's cute.
So,
what does that mean? What does that
That means, so if you play Pokemon Go, or if you know anybody who does, it means that there's actually, like, new mega Pokemon that they're releasing in raids, and, like, Pokemon that you normally can't catch in your area are now available. So, like, there's a lot that are geo-locked. That means that you can only catch them if you go to specific areas. Yeah, so... like
they're unlocking
a Relicanth you can only get in New Zealand and Fiji.
Oh, wow.
Which is sort of a challenge.
Yeah, for most
to
people.
collect all those things.
Yeah.
I actually met a guy from Fiji when I went on a business trip to Turin, Italy, and he traded me a Relicanth.
Oh my gosh, so you can trade them.
Yeah, you can trade them, but you have to
But to catch them, you have to.
Yeah. And he wanted some of the New York City geo-locked ones, like Buffalon. So, anyway.
Cool.
So
are they unlocking them permanently or just for the weekend?
Just for the event.
The event,
Yeah, and you get more shinies. So this is the global one, but they actually had the New York City Go Fest. So 3 places in the world. I think Osaka and New York City and somewhere else.
Somewhere in Europe, maybe?
London, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
They had like a 2-day or 3-day Go Fest. And so that was on Randall's Island last weekend. So Eric and I went. I did not. Did I take knitting? I did take knitting, and I have it with me, the progress I made. But we walked a lot. We walked all the way from Penn Station across town and with a detour to Madison Square Park.
To catch a Pokemon there.
Well, we caught Pokemon the whole way.
Uh-huh.
It was, so they had an event like in New York City, you could catch special things, and then you got in the ferry, went to Randall's Island, and they had there were 70,000 people.
Wow.
Pokemon Go Fest.
I love
That is a lot. Oh my goodness.
So I'll have
That
some
is
pictures here. We
That's
had a lot of
awesome.
fun, like catching Pokemon and enjoying those things. That I mean, I enjoy it, but Eric is like obsessed. So it was really fun to
I bet he had a
enjoy
great
that
time.
day with him.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Cool.
And I met a guy from Japan who was looking for a specific Pokemon that wasn't unlocked for this thing, but you can only get it in the Western Hemisphere in the tropics. So, you have to find somebody who's been there.
Yeah.
A Maractus. But I had one. I was like, oh, I have like 3 of these. Would you like one? And he gave me one that you can't get here. So
Nice.
it's really cool. So
Yeah.
it was fun. You get to meet people from all over the world.
Very fun, very fun. Yeah, we've had a lot of times. It's like we're talking about what's coming up. We have a lot of stuff that's happened the last week or so
Yeah,
since
exactly.
we've chatted with you. So another thing that happened recently was Catherine's baby shower.
Catherine had her baby shower.
Yes, and it was so fun.
And gender
So
reveal.
Yes, I didn't know they were doing it at the same time. So as you may guess, Haley and I were invited and went. It was
Yes.
really fun. It was very nice to be
we
there.
didn't take a selfie there.
Oh,
should've
we
taken a
didn't. We
picture.
didn't. Yeah.
We do have pictures from the event.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Amanda has many. I took a few, and you'll see
the
some of those in
photos.
finished objects.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I actually didn't take that many because I was running games.
Yeah.
So I didn't take that many photos. And then, well, anyway. So I don't have many that I took, but her grandfather took a lot of
Yeah,
pictures.
he took a ton.
So that's good. So yeah, we'll show you some of those and finished objects. But that was fun, and she's having a girl.
Yay!
So
More
yeah,
fun clothes.
yes,
Yeah.
So many cute baby things for girls.
yeah. But
Boys are fun too, but
I was
girls.
waiting for that.
There's
because,
favoritism over here.
yeah,
apparently.
there is. Sorry.
I like both. I've had
Yeah.
girls and boys,
Mhm.
and they can all look cute in hand knits.
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
That's the thing.
So I've got to finish up the blanket I'm making, but then she has a coming home outfit, and I think I'm going to make it in the Tosh Sport.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I've been wanting to make a top with that or something.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
I think
Mhm.
I have a pattern picked out, but as the daughter of a yarn store owner, she's going to get to pick out what color
Nice.
she wants to bring her baby home in. I have the whole Tosh library.
Yay.
So that'll be fun.
Mm.
I
Cool.
still have a lunch on the blanket.
Mm.
Do you have it here?
I
as a
do.
wit-
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be my first time seeing it in person.
Oh my
I've
goodness.
seen it on the
That's right.
when we watched the
yeah.
episodes.
No, I've really been diligent in keeping up my progress.
Cool.
Love it.
Cool.
So sorry, I've monopolized that. What have you guys?
No,
done?
that's okay. Well, mostly, trying to get ready for getting Haley back to
Yeah,
school with an
doing some
apartment.
realizing that we are kind of not cutting it close on time yet, but just about getting to be like you gotta get stuff going. So organizing, but mostly my life has been Taylor Swift.
Oh,
I did go to a concert. I went to a couple of concerts actually,
Mm-hmm.
probably since the last time I was on. But
Oh, for sure.
I went to Madison Square Garden for the National concert last weekend, and that was really fun.
wait,
Mhm.
the what?
The National, who Aaron Dessner is one of the he's
Collaborators.
yeah, he's so
In a good way.
Taylor has worked with him since Folklore
Oh wow.
and he's worked on all of her albums. And there were rumors that she was gonna show up because it was Madison Square Garden. They do have 2 songs together,
Right.
one about New York and one from their new album. But she was in LBI for Jack Antonoff's wedding, and people did swarm the wedding, which is very crossing a lot of lines. It was really bad.
Oh, I'd be
thousands
so
of people.
upset.
Yeah.
Because, it's not about her,
Yeah.
but...
It looked
so-
like it was more the night before, right?
It was
Which
both.
was the night of the concert.
It was both.
Okay. I saw a lot of media coverage of the night before.
Remind
Yeah.
me never to invite Taylor Swift to my wedding.
That's right.
I'm sure none of them...
You heard it here
are
first.
pleased, but, yes.
Yeah.
That's.
And so she wasn't there, but it was really fun. And Patti Smith opened.
Oh wow.
It was awesome. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
I love just I got the ticket the day before because people were like, hey, she might go. And I was like, okay. Like, I love Aaron Dessner. Like, I'll go.
I can take the train in.
I'll take the bet. I'll take the risk.
That's the best thing about living
I got a
here.
nice show.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm like, okay.
There's so much you can do at the spur of the moment.
You know?
global events. And you're like, I'll take the train.
Exactly.
40-minute ride.
Exactly, like with the Pokemon Go. Like, you can almost always bet on something being around this area, which is really, we are very spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
We are.
Very spoiled. But we do appreciate it and are grateful. So,
absolutely.
Think about it all the time. Every time I go up and drive and see the city from just a street in our town, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
People want to go here, and we can see it with our own eyeballs.
Yeah. It's really special. I mean, growing up in Alabama, you hear about things going on and other, and then you're here and you're like, wow, I can go to MoMA anytime and see Picasso's and all sorts of things. It's like, they're right there.
Yeah.
Starry Night.
That's at the moment?
I thought it was. Is it not?
I think so.
Yeah.
Might have to take a trip.
Did you see sunflowers in London last time you were there?
No.
That was one thing that was on our list when we were in London together a few years ago, and it was so crazy because it was in London, but not.
Not at the place that it was.
It was supposed. It usually
is being shown. It was being rented to the British Tate or something. It was
in another museum that I think we had even been in on the trip. But
we planned to go, and
our list was too full as usual. It's good. It's better to have more things lined up and then not do all of them than the other way around.
Yes.
I think we put in pictures from my trip, but I haven't been on since my trip, probably.
Correct.
So maybe I'll throw some more selections.
You're reminding me. I should take a look at and see what museums are in Lyon when we go. Because every time I go to Paris, I'm like, I'm going to go to Musée d'Orsay. But then I get there and the tickets for that day are sold out.
Yeah.
And so that happened to me last
sometimes
spring.
You have to.
If
advance
you're going,
book.
Get your tickets to Musée d'Orsay in advance. Don't wait till you get there and think that would be a good thing to do today.
Yeah, because it's also probably more on the day of.
Well, you can stand in line, but you probably won't get it. Right.
That's not worth it.
Not at all. And I don't know. I've been doing a lot of Yarnia stuff, doing some other things. Enjoying some summer downtime up at the lake.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. This week is a chill week for me. I love it. We need chill weeks in the summer.
Definitely. Yes. And you've been doing a ton of teaching here.
Yes, lots of crochet lessons, which I may be. If anyone up at Western Mass wants to be taught crochet, you know where I'll be.
That is true. Yeah, we'll make you some cards or something.
Be the satellite,
and maybe I don't know. I've never taught crochet over Zoom, but that's something I can
think about.
You know.
Yeah.
So, comment if you're interested. And I went to a dog beach this past week.
Oh yeah, that was
amazing.
That was really cute.
I'll send pictures of that.
Asbury Park. I didn't know this. After 6, dogs are allowed on the beach, and lots of people apparently go.
It was actual heaven. It was perfect.
Weenie heaven.
So we brought Frank, one of the weenies, and
the weenies are
their
dogs
family friend dog children, and they have lots of aunts and uncles. And
they do. These are very, very well loved dachshunds.
Yes,
they're so cute. Oh my goodness!
Penny's birthday is maybe the day this comes out.
Oh wow!
Or like next week.
All right,
I'll have to
put in a picture of Penny and Frankie.
We'll put in pictures of the weens, and Anna got a haircut, so she looks really cute.
Oh yeah,
so
yes.
We'll do some Anna. We'll do some pup pictures for you to get your fix.
Yeah, I took Gatsby to the beach once in Fire Island.
Did he like it?
Yes.
Oh,
he had to. We were out like early in the morning or later in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, Anna hasn't been on the beach. Not in a long time anyway.
We did take her to the Lake George beach.
Yes, the $1 Million Beach.
She didn't hate it.
No.
I think she was a little confused. She was like, "Why are we here?"
But yeah,
she was good.
Yeah, so
we can move on to yarn now.
Exactly.
I know. I think we could start talking about some finished objects. So, what do you have, Amanda?
I have a finished object. Yay!
Woo.
I finished my Ribblesdale Vest by Lily
It's
Kate
so
Prince.
cute.
Yes.
It is so
And
cute.
you're wearing it.
I'm wearing it. Yeah, so
I love it.
Lovely.
I styled it with a little mini dress.
So cute.
And yeah,
And
here,
the
I'll put
buttons, the sparkly buttons.
the buttons are, these are Katrinkles, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought about using these buttons on my brown sweater that I made earlier this year, the balloon cardi.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, it's just too much. But on this, it's perfect.
Perfect.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Picks up all the colors of the pops of the Cory confetti.
This is the Ribblesdale Vest. It has the Cory confetti, so all the little fun.
So
It's
Pops.
great. I love it. Great combo of pattern
do a
and
little
yarn.
spin and show
Yeah.
the back too. It's really you can see the confettis.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's great. It's perfect.
So
I
fun.
love this vest, like just the way that the construction is. This is all brioche here, so it's nice and stretchy and squishy. And I just love the way the brioche decreases, like frame your collarbone, right? And it was it's great, a great pattern, great construction. I'm sure I'm going to make this again. I might make it in a larger size.
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like it fits.
As long as it's comfortable, but if
It's
you
comfortable.
want a different style, if you're
Not
already
really.
planning to make a second one, you can
I'm-
try it out. You
yeah.
know, might
Yeah,
as
I
well
know.
do a different
So the reason,
size.
or maybe,
vibe.
yeah,
'Cause
I
it
don't know.
worked out pretty quick.
Oh, it
Very
was like a
quick.
week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, like I finished the body in like 3 days,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then I love the way that the designer instructs you to do the top parts because you do
Mm-hmm.
a right side and a left side and the back, and then there's 3
Mhm.
needle bind offs on the shoulders. And I was doing this on the way up to New Hampshire to pick the kids up from camp.
Mm-hmm.
And the designer has you do like the left side first, and then instead of going and doing the right side, which I feel like a lot of patterns do, they're like do the
Mhm.
left side and the right side, put them on hold, then do the back. And
Mm-hmm.
she's like, do the left side, then do the back, do your 3 needle bind off, because that's like logically
Mm-hmm.
the way to be most efficient and like the use of your yarn, because you don't have to cut your yarn.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, this sweater did it as well, which I thought, it's like, I agree with you. So many patterns don't say that.
No,
But it makes a lot of
I
sense.
love it.
And that's something that you can do even if the pattern doesn't say it.
Yes.
That's the thing. Jump ahead, skip ahead.
Yeah.
Right?
And then you do the right side,
Yeah.
and with the same yarn without breaking anything. You do the
Yeah.
3 needle bind off.
Love
It's,
that.
like,
Love those
so
little
smart.
tricks to save.
Yeah.
Just, a little bit to weave in. And also, you get the feeling of accomplishment once one shoulder's done.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's better for trying on, even though we try things on with try-on cords and everything. Yeah.
I know something else that happened. Another place you were working on it was our
Yeah.
staff event.
That's the other
And-
thing. I
and
knew
we
there
can-
was something.
I want to put in pictures of because we'll have the glazed things. by
Oh,
the time,
yes.
So we
yay!
can,
We pick them up tomorrow
Yes.
morning.
Oh,
So
perfect. So
yeah.
we had our staff appreciation event, which
it
started
was so
off
fun.
at Java Love downtown in Montclair.
which was so fun.
It's a great coffee shop, and I love that they have lavender syrup. It's one of my favorite things in coffee.
Mhm.
Um,
And they have an orange velvet sofa, which
Oh,
we also
oh,
like.
yeah,
And we were
perfect.
going to get a picture with that, and we forgot.
yeah.
Though
We
it
did
is,
make it
it's
in
in the first
TikTok.
video.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. We do have a TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
It's in.
Subscribe
it's
to our
linked.
TikTok.
Yes.
But yeah, I had gotten, I think I had finished all the body of the vest on the car trip, and then I picked up for the button band because you have to pick up all the way around.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I got to a point, I did the first row, and then you have to like do increases to miter here,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so it doesn't like stretch out.
Mm-hmm.
There's like miters, so that
Increases or decreases?
increases. See, I like add a little
Oh yeah.
bit here,
Yep.
so that it like doesn't
Mhm,
stretch
mhm. Yeah.
weirdly
So
around.
it lays flat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because on this I mitered to decrease.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, so it is
Yeah.
slightly different. Yeah, that's more of a curve, so that makes
Yes.
sense.
yeah. So anyway, so I brought it to our staff appreciation
Yeah.
and finished the button band on the staff appreciation, and then on knit night that night, because it was a Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
I did the what do you call that? Tubular bind off. Apparently that's what I do on knit nights, is tubular bind offs.
Uh huh. Funny.
But yeah, and then also on the same knit night, that was my birthday. And I
That's
planned
right.
on-
It was your
yes.
birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, and I planned on just doing the bind off and then being like, bye guys, I'm gonna hang out. But Chad and Beth were talking in the kitchen, and I'm like, they're deep in conversation. I'll just stay on midnight.
Get more work.
So I picked up and did the I-cord bind-offs.
Ah.
Oh, that's cool. That's how the sleeves are.
Yeah,
fun.
which I think it looks really nice with
Yeah.
the
It's so cute.
brioche.
It does. It
like
blends
it
in.
flows super
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, really nice.
So that
Nice
was,
details.
those were
Yeah.
yes.
Both Jen and I are thinking about doing this. We've been watching Amanda making this and be like, that is a great pattern.
It is a great pattern.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I did the second size. I used less than 2 skeins
wow.
Yeah.
of the Koi confetti.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably do the third size with 2 skeins. Not sure, TBD.
Mm-hmm.
But so the thing is, it's brioche, right? Which
Mhm.
stretches. It's like a
Right,
very stretchy
right.
fabric.
Yep.
So, but only so far.
Yeah.
So if your waist size is materially different from your bust size, right? Like it's only going to stretch so far. And I feel like
Mhm.
that's what my issue is right here. I
Mhm.
could use like another ½ inch
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
right here, which
Yeah.
may be only one more rib.
Yeah, that's the other
In
thing.
the
You can
brioche,
adjust. You could adjust
right?
it,
I
not
might
necessarily go up a full size, but just add a
Exactly.
rib, add a
Yeah.
few stitches.
Maybe I'll just do another. Maybe
Mhm.
that's. I'm glad we talked through this. Because I
Yeah.
really want to do
And-
one of these in the winter belt.
We may wind up doing a little informal knit along with that. Yeah. If Jen and I are also
They
going to do
too.
just do it at the same
It would
time.
actually be a great pattern to sort of learn flat brioche in single colors.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Maybe.
because you start at the
Maybe
bottom.
maybe that's the thing.
You
Yeah.
start at the bottom and you
Mhm.
do this whole thing
Mm-hmm.
in flat brioche, right? And there's no increases, so you're just doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
By the spring, you
It's a
can't
really
do
good
that.
pattern that way. And then
All right.
there's
That
also
could be a
different
Zoom class.
techniques.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, because you've got the tubular bind off, you've got
Mhm.
the I-cord bind off, you've got 3 needle bind offs. Like it's a really good. I think it actually would be a good teaching tool.
Yeah. Sounds like it. Definitely. Definitely. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we might as
That's
well
enough about the Ribblesdale.
But let's talk about the rest of the outing. So,
Yeah.
so we went to a painted pottery place called Doing Dishes, and it was a lot of fun.
Classic.
Haley and I used to go there.
establishment.
Yes, exactly. We have more than
One of the
50 pieces
favorites.
in our house
We
of
have
things
counted
from
at
there.
some point.
Hmm?
We counted a while ago.
We
and It
did.
was a high
We did.
number, for
Yeah, it was
sure.
over
We
50.
have a lot as well.
Yeah.
Abby did a summer camp there.
I'm
Oh,
so
fun.
That's such a good idea.
Oh my gosh, I don't think they had camps of that when Haley was that age because
I think it was
she
only
totally
for
would
a
have
couple
done
of
it.
years that
Yeah,
they
yeah.
did those. Maybe only one. Maybe
Yeah.
Abby.
Cleared them out.
The mold.
But we had a lot of fun. A lot of people did like yarn inspired pieces, and yeah, we like Haley said, we'll do a picture because we're picking them up tomorrow. Yay!
Yeah.
And
And we'll have our next podcast. I can't wait to have it.
yeah. And then then we went out to lunch at Raymond's. So it's Church Street in Montclair. It's a
Yeah.
really cute little street. It almost feels like a pedestrian mall, but it's not quite. There's like 8 parking spaces on the street, basically.
Right.
And it was fun. But like some of our team members who don't live, immediately in the area hadn't been there before and everything. And we had a really nice day.
It was very lovely.
It was very fun. And then the only bad thing was I did get a migraine
Right.
that afternoon. But I went home and I went to sleep, and then I was able to come back for knit night. So that
Oh,
was good.
good.
Yeah, that was.
So
It was a
all
lot of
fun.
Do you have any other finished objects that you brought with you, Minna?
I do not. I have major milestones, but
All right.
not finished objects.
All right.
Wonderful.
So I have a couple of finished objects. So
Yeah.
one is my Wyethia,
Yay!
which I'm wearing. It's got nice lace at the bottom. I really love the way it is exactly the length I wanted it after
Oh,
blocking, which is so
beautiful.
nice. Linen does grow, linen lengthens, so I knew and
That's plant fibers in general. Right?
yeah, exactly, for sure. I knew that, the swatch is never going to give you an accurate measure of how much it's going to lengthen. I mean, I've read different things, hanging with clothespins. The weight of the garment is part of it. It
Right.
really is. And so, part of it is, I think, for me deciding, all right, within this range is where I want it. Like, I didn't want it really long tunicky, but I didn't want it really short cropped. So, I don't know. I'll have to measure and see what the actual length wound up being, but I'm happy with it. It's hitting at a spot that I'm really happy with.
Beautiful. And
Thank
I love
you.
the gauge that you got. That's a really nice gauge for this fiber.
It really is.
Yeah.
Thank you. And this was one of the things, this was a class that Jen did, and that's the reason I was saying, I think we're going to see something from her is I know for sure she finished hers as well. So hopefully she's going to show it off for us. So one of the things that she talked about in the class was this alternative 3-needle bind off. The pattern does suggest a 3-needle bind off for the shoulders. And as I mentioned when Amanda was talking about her vest, it also had the thing where you finish the back, and then once you finish one of your sides, whichever it is, the left or the right, you go ahead and join it immediately, which I do love the idea. And one of the students in the class, had asked Jen, are there any alternatives to the 3-needle bind-off? Because it does, with certain fibers especially, wool I think will flatten out more. It's just more malleable. But with plant fibers, it really does make like a divot when you've got a 3-needle bind-off on your shoulder. And so I love this. It's basically a 3-needle bind-off on the outside.
Oh, it is so cute.
Isn't that sweet?
It makes like a chain.
Yeah, I'll try to take a picture of that. And do you want to write that down, Haley? My scribe.
Yeah. Here, I'll take a picture. Actually, you said.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Cute.
Nice.
Great.
Oh, well, I guess I should do horizontal.
Good idea.
Love it.
So, so I really did like that approach of having it, just be visible on the outside, and it lays so flat. It's not, there's not a ridge really on either side. I did make a few modifications from the pattern. The first is, I know also from having made several plant fiber sweaters, because they do lengthen, the armholes can get kind of big, and I kind of hate when your bra shows through your armhole. It's just not the look I'm going for. Whatever. It's, so my sleeve holes were quite large when I finished. And again, like I said, I knew it was going to grow, which would mean that they would get even lower. So what I did, I picked up stitches 1 for 1 around the edge. Actually, was it 1 for 1? No, it was like 3 to 4.
Yeah.
So that right there is already shrinking in a little bit. And then I did 5 rows. Oh no, then I did like 5 rows of stockinette.
Yeah.
Which actually
3.
you almost can't see.
You did 3.
All right, I did 3. And then I did a few rows of twisted rib. And all of that, and I did decreases under the arm at the same time. Through all of that, I did like normal armhole decreases, sleeve decreases rather.
Yep.
So all of that just pulled the armhole in a little bit, and I really like the way it looks.
It's super cute.
Yeah, and there is twisted rib. Not really. I don't know. I love twisted rib, so that was why I did twisted rib for that binder. It also makes the rib a little more compact. It doesn't flare. Exactly.
I remember Jen when she did her Unker tee.
Yes, she did all of that in twisted rib. Yeah, that is a really good point. Exactly. Yeah, and I have a problem because I'm a loose knitter. My ribbing, my normal Knit One Pro One ribbing, tends to sort of flare anyway. So maybe that's why I love twisted rib so much, because it doesn't.
It's a lot more of a consistent look.
Yeah. And it's funny, I just find it easier too. Somehow that knitting through the back loop, the
like
flow of that with the purling is just very comfortable for me. So so I did the twisted rib, and it basically it has like a rolled hem, or some people do an I-cord on it. I wanted that extra length to pull up the bottom of the sleeve. So I decided I always like it when some of my finishes match. So I did 5 rows of twisted rib on the neckline too.
Oh, nice.
I don't like it.
Oh, what?
I don't feel like it goes with the lace of the sweater.
I love it so much.
I don't. It makes it too sporty. It does not bother me on the sleeves. I'm happy with it on the sleeves. If I had already blocked this Sunday, so I didn't want to mess with it yesterday. But when I'm going to undo this, and I'm going to do something that mimics the bottom, which is basically like 4 rows of garter.
Yeah.
So I will. And the nice thing is my stitches are already picked up.
Yes.
I'll frog it to within a row or so of the end. Then I'll get it back on the needle. And then with my picked up stitches, I will do like 4 rows of garter, which will again bring it in a little bit, which is what I wanted. And, but still have it match the bottom edge rather than this. And I think that'll have a little bit more feminine look and less sporty look.
Yep.
So, and actually one of my tips for something like that is if you're ever thinking about that, if you want to change the finish of something, do it as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Don't say, oh, I'll wear it for the rest of the
linger.
summer and then put it in. I'm probably going to do it when I go home today.
Yeah.
Oh, if I do, I'll send you a picture
Okay.
of the new neckline.
Sounds good.
Yep. So,
Because then it'll become a
UFO.
graveyard, yes, a
Yeah.
UFO.
I do have a sweater that I plan to redo the neckline for the 3rd time this winter because I did it. It's I forget. It's the one I did in. I forget. I did it in that. You're gonna. This is gonna be like.
20 questions.
Yes, 20 questions. In that worsted weight solid. The worsted weight single ply from Manistel Uruguay.
Maxima.
Maxima.
Oh, I know the one you mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
With the
The one I was thinking Stormtrooper and it's not.
yes, Storm Tracker.
There you go.
Storm Tracker. Yay. Yeah. I first did a turtleneck, but I got lazy and stopped the turtleneck too soon. So then
So it's not quite a mock and it's not quite a full turtleneck.
Right. It's
Yeah,
just
that's annoying.
and that pattern did not have any short rows in it, so it was like this turtleneck didn't sit right.
So it kind of fell down in the back anyway. Yeah, that's
yeah. And so
you can see why you wanted to change it.
yeah, so then I took out the end and I did a roll neck.
Yes.
And
that was even when it was in the store, right? It was a sample that had the roll.
As soon as I took it back, I did a roll neck.
Yeah.
I don't really like how that looks, so I think I'm going to take it out, add short rows to the back.
There you
and
go.
then do a long turtleneck. So that
do you have enough yarn?
I do. I just got lazy. I just didn't do it long enough. But now that I know about short rows, I think I didn't even know about short rows.
Yeah, that was pretty early on, that sample. It was really
it was
probably our
very
first
early.
year or something. Yeah.
So, I mean,
Cool.
I knew that they existed, but I didn't really know how that made your
That's how to
sweater work.
apply them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, the more you learn,
Oh,
you go back and fix your old finished object.
Exactly.
Store. I am Jen, and I am coming to you from Cape Cod, and I am super backlit right now. I don't know if you can see. I don't know. Outside is a little hot, so I'm going to do this from inside today. And yeah, so I'm up at the Cape again, and so I'm broadcasting from afar. But guess what, guys? I have a finished object. Finally! Yay! I finished my Wyethia from the sweater class that I was teaching this summer. And here it is. Let's see. So you can see this. And then I modified the neckline, and I have a nice little, we did an alternate, here it is, the top there. I basically showed folks a alternate way to do a 3-needle bind off because someone, Catherine, was not happy with the way a 3-needle bind off felt. So I did mine in the airy silk, and I modified the neckline to go from a V-neck to a scoop neck because I feel like I'll wear it more. But yeah, so I am finished. It's a really good summer transitional top. So I'm pretty happy with it and happy with how it turned out. Sorry, I have balls of yarn falling on me. But yeah, so it's all done. Yay! And I'll tell you, fingering weight tops, man, they are fantastic to wear and they take forever to do. It was a lot of stockinette, which I actually don't mind. I do like stockinette. Not as much going back and forth. That was a lot of purling. It was kind of annoying, but what are you gonna do? I do like this style of top. I think it's really easy to wear. It's nice and drapey. And I will say also, because I knit it a little bit at a loose gauge, my gauge was nowhere near what the pattern was. It was a little bit looser for the fabric that I liked. So we really did kind of a not knit a specific size, but knit to a schematic. And so, sorry, I have children and folks floating around because I'm doing this in the house. Because it was very much like a knit to the schematic, so knit to the measurements that you want. This was a pretty easy top to modify when it came to that because it's essentially a rectangle with little bits of sleeves. So you can see, I don't know if you can see, the sleeve shape is literally just the ribbing. And the rest is just a divide, and it's got some short rows to slope the shoulders. It's a really easy top to modify, and it's also a really easy top to wear, I think. The airy silk blocked out really nicely in that it's super drapey. So I knit mine knowing that it was a silk, and the silk at a loose gauge, and also a cotton or a viscose or a linen. It's heavier. So it'll drape a little bit more and it'll grow a little bit in length, which you can kind of see in your swatch, but you can really see in real life. I knew blocking it that I was going to be able to block it a little bit longer. So it was it's like a little 2 crops before I blocked it. But when I blocked it, I literally just stretched it, yanked it out flat. So I got the nice drapey look. And everything evened out too, because the silk is a little thick thin and a little slubby. So sometimes the knitting was not my most even, but that's what blocking does. Blocking fixes things. So I have a finished object. It only took a long time. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else. And then I have a couple of whips that I'm working on. I do need suggestions for what the fall sweater class is going to be. I don't know the schedule yet. And then I think I polled everybody, and everybody's like, let's do a colorwork something. So I'm looking for colorwork sweater. I'm looking for a DK or a light worsted. So if anyone has any favorites of that would be a good suggestion for our fall class, let me know. Throw it in the comments. I don't know what this week's question is, but I'm sure you do. And so I am working on another whip, and I'm just going to give like a little tease of what it is. But you'll hear more about it coming up. And so guys, give me suggestions for fall sweater classes, because as you know, I have no idea what I want to do. I do also have in my Ravelry, I'm JBO, J-B-O, on Ravelry. I do have a bundle of sweater class options if that basically anything that I think might be good to teach for a sweater class, I kind of favorite and throw in there. So if anybody has comments or suggestions, give me a heads up and you might see it in there. So in the meantime, we'll be up here for a couple of weeks. But the next time you see me, I will be back in the store. And also don't forget to check out, like, we have a bunch of classes coming up, including 2 shawl classes and some sweater classes. And of course 101s and whatnot, but like there's some fun stuff going on for fall. So in the meantime, hope everybody's having a good summer. It's almost time to go back to school, and so I'm ready for that. But in the meantime, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Exactly. I just realized the air conditioner is still on. I hope it's not making noise.
It'll be fine, I think.
Okay,
It'll be fine, and it'll be cooler for us.
Hope so.
The air is off, right?
No,
it's
Oh.
not.
Yeah.
Because I turned the fan lower.
Oh,
I
maybe we
use
should turn the fan off.
I use the AI
Yes, yeah.
in Final Cut Pro, because I edit all of our videos in Final Cut Pro, which is a application for Apple, Mac, an Apple computer.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a new technology that is AI voice recognition, like voice enhancement. So if you notice the difference between last year's videos and this year's videos,
I think the sound is so much better.
Yeah,
It really
it's
is.
because we now have
It
the AI.
cleans up all
Yeah.
that stuff, right?
AI is making our lives better.
Hopefully.
Well, in some
this
ways,
way.
at least, that is an
Exactly.
improvement. That's one that's good.
Yes.
For now.
I know, right? Yeah, some of the stuff you read, it's like a little unnerving.
A little.
Just a little. One more thing going
Machines
wrong.
still can't crochet.
Yeah.
There's
That's
that.
true. That's true. All right, so I have one other finished object that I would like to show, and it is my axolotl. Oh my god, do I love it?
I love it. It's so cute.
This came about because Haley is, if you want to bring it up, thank you. Haley, like we said earlier, Haley's doing a lot of lessons, a lot of crochet lessons, many of them with kids around 10 years old.
Yeah.
And, a lot of them want to make amigurumi. I mean, some of them want to make granny squares, some of them want to make amigurumi. So I was thinking, what is, like a really simple pattern to teach amigurumi? This is fairly simple. It's still not simple enough.
The body is perfect, but the parts are too complicated.
Well, and also I
Or
was
too
listening
fiddly.
to an audiobook that I had been listening to for a while, and I kind of wanted to finish it. So I probably spent 4 hours Saturday on this. Yeah, I did the whole thing, but 4 hours is a long time.
Yeah.
And also, I know what I'm doing, so it would wind up being like a 6-hour class at least if you were to do that
At
with the
least.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it is so cute. I did not I'll give you the name of the pattern and everything so we can put it here.
Yeah.
But I really do love it. It's supposed to be really tiny. Actually, the person who made it did it with embroidery floss, basically, and it's meant to be on a keychain.
Oh.
But this is with Yummy, and partly I hadn't crocheted with the Yummy yet, and I know everyone's been having so much fun with it. Yummy is a chenille yarn that we got from King Cole. We were talking before we started about additional colors to order.
Yeah, it's
because
the opposite of natural fibers.
Yeah, it really is, but it is so soft and it is so nice to crochet with. Oh, well, and actually that'll lead into something else we'll talk about.
Yeah.
Too.
Charlie has the dumpling kitty that we showed earlier. Charlie, my 5-year-old, and I took it for a photo for Instagram, so you'll see that later on if you follow us on Instagram. But he doesn't want to bring back.
And it's something Haley made as a store sample for us.
Yes. It'll come back.
It was the first.
But
Yummy
you'll have to
creation.
make another one
You
for
might-
him.
yes.
It might be a Christmas gift, right?
Yes.
Everything yummy.
He really loves it.
Everything Yummy. I was telling Haley the first place that we ate on Cape Cod when Jean and I were there a couple weeks ago. The waiter, he was probably a college student, and different people have different phrases that they use all the time. His phrase when he would check in on his tables, he'd come over, he'd say, "Everything yummy," and I just was. By the time I heard him say it to us, I could not contain my laughter. There was just something about it, and then of course we've got this yummy yarn, right?
Yeah.
So yes, everything yummy.
Everything yummy. Oh, that's a good night. That's a good title.
I think we got it.
I sort of want to go to my Mochi book.
Yes,
See what I can make.
Yes. That
Actually,
is the smartest thing.
Mhm.
That's the best
I have
idea.
2 Mochi books. I think I have a mini and I have the big Mochis.
I have
I have
the
like a talking
classic,
sofa.
the original book.
yeah. I think that was a Christmas
With
gift
the-
one year or
yes,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Many
Yeah.
an eon ago.
So one other thing I made that is a finished object for this time that I started actually immediately after I went home from recording last time was a Bébé Chocolat, which is a fun baby sweater pattern, and it was a sweater for Amanda's daughter Catherine for her baby. And so we'll put a picture in here. It's such a fun
So
pattern.
adorable.
There are some issues with the pattern. It definitely is. If you're very experienced, if you're the kind of person who reads past mistakes, it will be easy for you.
Yes.
If you're somebody who really follows things to the T, as one of our customers who was also making it came in recently. Basically, in the pattern, the moss stitch is just on the edges of the jacket or the sweater.
Is that a Bébé Chocolat over there?
It is, yes. Haley, do you want to grab that one?
It actually inspired the one for
Yes, the new one. Well, and also it is what's in the pattern. So it's a really simple pattern. It's like one skein of DK, and actually I used like everything but about a foot.
Oh.
I don't know how because
Which yarn did you use?
Cherished.
Oh, nice.
Because easy care,
Yes.
right? We know we're fans. So the problem with the pattern though is that you know the way it tells you like repeat what's between the asterisks.
Yes.
It has the moss stitch as part of the asterisk or the seed stitch.
Oh.
So if you know what you're doing, actually if you're experienced, the obviously it's only the equivalent of the button band that uses that. But the pattern actually has the asterisk in the wrong place. So basically, it's work your seed stitch, then you repeat the next direction,
That makes sense.
3 more times or whatever. So other than that, it is really straightforward and super cute. The original pattern has some duplicate stitching. When we made that store sample, I made it. It's actually from a yarn we no longer carry. I don't even know if they make it anymore. And Haley crocheted the little bee instead of...
from the Mochi bee kit that we
That's right.
Oh.
Yes.
have carried.
So as you saw in the picture, we had a little panda because the theme of the baby shower was pandas.
Panda.
And there were it was so fun. It was it was like pandemonium.
Pandemonium.
It was an embarrassment.
It was an embarrassment of pandas. We now
Which-
know. That is
we
what you
love.
call a group of pandas.
That's a group of pandas.
Which, how cute is that, right? How
Very
perfect. That's another thing. It could be an embarrassment of pandas. No, we had a panda. We had panda appendages recently.
Panda appendages, yes.
Which confused people.
There were
but-
more appendages.
It's funny. Both my partner and Catherine's partner both like that's their favorite animal.
Oh, interesting.
It's super weird.
That's so
That is really funny. Yeah, yeah.
So
What do you know?
So I got some of our embroidery floss, and I asked Haley to crochet a little panda head for me, and that was the applique on the jacket. And I think Catherine did really love it.
oh my goodness, she was so surprised.
And it was like bamboo green.
Yeah, she is funny because she comes across as like very outgoing, you know, but she didn't want people to like watch her open gifts and be the center of attention.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She was very anxious about that. So, which she struggles with anxiety too. So I sort of get it, but I was like, you have to, because I knew that they had brought.
Oh
things.
yeah, we wanted to see her face when she opened it,
Yes.
and she was excited. She
And
really
that's-
did love.
and-
Yeah,
And once I think she got into it, she was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
this is a lot of fun."
this
And
is fun.
her
Yeah.
siblings were there. Her partner Jabelle was there, like all with her. So it was like
Yeah.
more of a.
Oh,
group
it was
activity.
a very supportive, and just everybody was happy to see
And,
everything.
And I'm super glad she did that because Jabelle's mom crocheted
An amazing blanket.
an amazing blanket.
awesome.
So cool.
So we have a
so
photo
cool.
of that
So
here as
fantastic.
well. And I found the pattern on Etsy, so I'll put the pattern name in there too.
Nice.
But yay, Carmen.
If you two
You're an amazing crocheter.
need an embarrassment of pandas in your life.
Seriously.
We got the inspo right here.
And I said to Jabelle, I did not know your mom crocheted. He's like, huh. And I'm like,
Is that what you call it, or did he not?
Yeah,
I mean,
something like,
yeah.
He's like, was sort of oblivious that his mom was a very good
Very,
crocheter.
super.
Wow.
That,
So,
yeah.
yay.
Yeah.
This
nice.
baby is going to have
So
a
many
lot
nice
of-
things. So many nice handmade things.
handmade things, yes.
Yeah.
Possible.
Yeah.
So that's very cool.
So I think this is a good lead into what Haley made for the baby.
Yes.
Yes.
So
So you
my
got a couple
finished
more stitches
object
there.
is the panda,
a yummy panda.
a yummy panda garumi,
Panda Garumi, I like that.
Panda which picture insert,
Yeah.
and that was really fun. That was really nice working with it. Yummy, and the black was
It's
cherished, held
held
double,
Mhm.
baby cherish always.
Mhm.
And
So we kind of collaborated on both
we
things.
kind of
Haley
did like
Haley made the little panda for the sweater that I made, and then
I crocheted pieces.
she does not
and-
like to assemble amigurumi
Yes.
when it's complicated, and that was one of my evenings. It's
Yeah.
just amazing how long. Like if you're going to do a nice job, it takes. Well, you know with your
I'm very well aware.
it takes time. So and you were
And
going
focus.
somewhere that night, so she hands me all the panda pieces.
And
the
we
panda
hadn't
vintages.
talked about it, but Catherine had actually asked me. She's like, "Mom, we really want some like stuffed pandas for the nursery. Could you make one for me?" And I'm like, "No, I can't commit to that because I'm doing a blanket plus the going home outfit. And
Yeah,
like, I don't
yeah.
think I can also do a panda."
Mm-hmm.
But then
It
Haley
works out.
came
It
through.
works out.
And it's so funny. I didn't think it was going to be as big as it is. It's probably like
It's like
it's over a
maybe
foot tall.
12 feet. It's a
12 feet.
That would be a big fat panda.
12 inches.
I think it's taller
It's-
than that. I don't know.
It's,
I do.
it's about a foot-ish.
Yeah.
Give or take.
It's
And
awesome.
Haley loves to stuff her amigurumi with yarn scraps so that we are not wasting
Yes,
things.
collect your yarn scraps and
Yes.
use them as stuffing.
The one thing I would say though, for like baby things, like at this I did use polyfill. It bounces back more, so that's just one thing to be aware of. So, yeah, but I know
You can also disassemble old pillows.
that's what I was gonna say. Our tip at home, like we don't sell polyfill here in the store. It's just one of those like we just don't have room for every little thing, and not everybody makes amigurumi though. We're moving in that direction.
Everybody makes it.
Everyone now makes amigurumi. Yeah, we buy inexpensive pillows at Target. You can buy for $5
It's a lot
most of the time. You can
cheaper.
get a bed pillow. It is probably half the price of buying.
It's highway robbery if you get it at a craft store.
Polyfill at a craft store, and it's if you buy a nice squishy pillow, it's the same stuff basically.
It
Just-
not basically, it is the same stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was one pillow that I had that really was more like a roll, which was kind of interesting. It wasn't just I forget where I got that one, but I don't know. That may
still.
have been more of a.
Oh, you mean like a
home
foam
goods store.
roll?
No, it was like batting, but it was rolled up. It was kind of.
yeah.
They started with a piece that was maybe 6 inches wide, and then they rolled it so that the pillow was almost like eye shaped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that was But anyway, I still was able to like pull it, and you always want to fluff your
Yes.
batting before you put it in,
Yes, you do.
and fluff
Love
your yarn
your
scraps.
polyfill.
So Haley, that is one of your finished objects. What else do you have that's a finished object?
We were
The
very
only
productive
finished
this
object-
2 weeks.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. The only finished object I have my OOD, my OTD,
What's that?
my outfit of the day,
Oh, right.
my faux of the day,
Uh-huh.
which is this top, which
So
is
cute.
I love that.
you have seen it before. You've seen a picture of it.
A long time ago. What episode
Well,
was
no,
that?
no, I wore it to the Boy Genius concert in May.
But did we have a picture of that?
I sent
Yes,
Emma and I
it
both
was-
had tops that
Oh.
we crocheted. So.
Isn't that so funny? I do not remember that at all.
Yes.
Right. I had to.
And
Because
we
you
made
put it in.
those out of the Alison Bechtel.
Uh-huh.
You sent me a vertical picture.
I remember her buying
was
it.
like,
I remember her buying it,
So
but...
maybe we'll throw in another picture. There we go. So this is it was a pattern that I adapted. It was like, it's in my Ravelry
yes.
patterns.
Yeah. Projects.
It's like, it
Mhm.
was like a kid's pattern, but I just did it in fingering and made it bigger. Or made it me-sized.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was written for like worsted and toddler-sized.
oh,
So
there you go.
There you go.
So-
Well, and it's a semicircle, basically,
It
so
is
you
a
just kind of keep
semicircle.
going, right?
and
It's-
I
yeah.
love the apple tree, and I still have half the skein left.
yeah,
so.
this was apple tree knits, which
And
she's
the
no
blue.
longer dying anymore. Or at least not her skeins.
No, she's not.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that? One of our New Jersey dyers that we carried, yeah.
Oh,
But let's see the back, too. Can you show the
I
back?
have
an
Let's see
idea.
how...
Oh,
wearing,
cute.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a bandeau under.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And I
So
did a lot of ties.
it would kind of stay on your body, not just flop up in the air.
You have an idea for next spring, probably, to bring in
Yes.
more gradients.
A new gradient.
But,
Yeah.
But that is.
It is kind of more
In
of
the
a spring
future.
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and just,
And we've got lots of
we're
winter
full
stuff.
of
Oh my
fall
gosh.
stuff.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I know when I was pulling together whips, my whips are swatches over new yarns. So some of them you can see, some you can't.
Exactly.
And that's all the faux, and that's all the objects I have. I have whips
mhm.
besides that.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Shall we go back to this end and you start with some of your
Sure.
whips?
I'll tell you what I'm working on.
Yeah.
I'm working on chat sweater. So this is, y'all see this every week.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
but not
you're
that
on
much-
to you're on to the second sleeve.
I know.
Yeah, I can
that
see
was my, like I said, I hit milestones as I
Yes.
finished the first sleeve.
Yay.
I finished it last night. I stayed up late. It was like 10:30. I'm like, I don't feel tired. So
Mhm.
I watched Girls in the Yarn Cafe.
Mhm.
They released an
I
episode.
saw they had, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yay! So I watched their podcast and knitting for somebody who hasn't had hand knits made for them before. It's like, I want this sleeve an inch longer. Oh, JK, now it's too long. And so then you rip back and you're like, So I ended up doing
Oh,
quite
dear.
a few, like back and forths. Anyway, I had stopped. I got to where I thought the ribbing should start.
Mm-hmm.
And then I made him try it on again before I started the ribbing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was too long. So I had to
Mhm.
rip back about 6 rows.
Oh, well.
Do it again. And I'm still not sure if it's going to be what he likes.
Mm-hmm.
So I did go ahead. I did the tubular bind off
Mhm.
on the sleeve.
So nice.
By the way, this is the Gib II by Andrea Mowry. It's in Northlight Fibers. Here, I'll come
it's
up.
Northlight. Oh, I have
Yeah,
to feel
this is
that.
in the
I
Northlight
haven't seen
It's so
Atlantic.
nice.
either.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Northlight Atlantic. It's a raglan sweater. This is in the spruce colorway. But it's got these raglans, which are cables.
So pretty.
And then a textured knit and purl pattern over the whole thing. So I finished the body a little bit ago. And I finished the sleeves this week.
It is such a good sweater for a guy.
you can
Yeah,
Switch it.
it's so nice.
Right? Isn't
Actually,
it really nice?
one thing I did in the last 2 weeks is I did figure out which sweater I'm making for Jean. I don't know the name of it, but I got, because, our Northlight, we talked about this last time, Northlight is no longer making yarn. We've got a decent amount here. We do still have a few sweater quantities left, though a lot of them are gone, and one of them is gone because I took it.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget, I got one
As
of
you
the
should.
one of
I
the
have
deep
a-
reds. I know, yeah,
I
exactly.
have a Water Street.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What
I
a quantity
have,
of
I
my
have
house.
Yeah,
4 Water Street skeins that will become mitts at some point.
nice.
Once
Yeah,
I find a
you got
pattern
one of
that
the
I
other
want.
ones. You got one of them the other day. So yeah, but that is such a great sweater pattern. But I didn't want to do exactly the same pattern that you just did in the same yarn, even though it's a different color. So I'm going to do one that is simple cables, because also I want him to be able to wear it this winter, and I haven't started it yet.
Well,
so I need it to be something pretty easy.
It'll go fast. The reason that this one's taken me so long is that the pattern is 75% pearls.
Yeah, that would definitely slow me right down.
Either way, if you don't like pearls,
that's the other reason I probably will never do it. But it's beautiful. It's
really
beautiful,
pretty,
and it's gorgeous in this yarn. It's
now that
nice.
I've finished the whole body and the sleeve, like now the pattern, like I'm quite good at pearls. I mean, I was good at pearls before, but like you really get it in the rhythm. But so I don't know about this sleeve width. I
think it's too wide?
It might be a little wide. So I'm going to let him... I don't think... So I didn't cut the yarn yet.
Yeah.
I might pin it inside.
Yeah, but also better too wide than too narrow, because too wide you can deal with, too narrow is uncomfortable.
Too wide
and
or wider you can push it up a little bit, and too narrow.
And also maybe just let him wear it a little bit and see, right? Is that
I think I'm not going to redo it till after Rhinebeck, because let's be serious,
that makes
I
so
have
much
other
sense.
things to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is about the right size. I was knitting on it, and I got a few rows in, and I thought, this is looking too wide, so I actually took out 8 stitches. See, I took out a rib, 1, 2, 3, 4, which isn't the most beautiful thing. I probably should have ripped back 3 rows and properly decreased.
Well, since you may redo it anyway.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to redo it anyway. Right. I'm pretty sure I'm going to redo it anyway. I might end up going all the way back here and doing some more rapid decreases. You know, I don't know.
See how he looks.
And see how it looks on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I just started the next sleeve. And I'm just going to do that one to match this one, and then he can wear it for a little bit, see what he likes, and it's no problem. If I need to make it narrower, I've got plenty of yarn to do that.
Yeah. Exactly. Right? You're not going to run out of yarn.
But the body fits great, which is the important part. And yeah. Oh, one thing though, now that he has a sleeve on, you can't tell this really before you put the sleeves on. After he puts the sleeves on, he's like, there's a lot of room here. I'm like, that's because it's a raglan
sweater.
Yeah. You don't get these kind of...
It's not going to be...
details. Without...
With sleeve.
Yeah, but I think he might really prefer a set-in sleeve, so next time I'll be going probably through the Rowan archives, because those are all the set-in sleeves. And they have a lot of guy sweaters too. But
that's true.
That might be 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Because as we know, Amanda's queue is very, very laid out.
Yeah. Oh, with our new yarn for the fall, Abby's already planned my sweater.
That's so funny.
I'm making it my size, but Abby is probably going to end up with it eventually. So.
Oh, I just realized too, we never said what episode it is, and Jen's not here to guess.
Oh yes,
that's because we all know.
Haley can guess because she probably didn't look at my sheet, right?
108.
Yes.
See?
Very good.
I have
this game's not as fun.
Sorry, gosh.
That's good.
I remember 107 was last time.
There you go. Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been working on this one. I really would like to finish it before the end of August. I think that would be a good timeline, and then I'll have my sweater to finish into September.
Yeah.
Oh, and while I was watching Girls in the Yarn Cafe, they're vending at Woolen Folk.
They did last time too. Oh well, actually, Dragon Horde did.
Dragon Horde did. They're both vending at Woolen Folk. So that means I'm definitely going to wear.
That's
my
what you'll
autumn
wear that
cord
day for sure. Yeah.
To Indian Tangled and Woolen Folk.
Yeah.
And then this will probably be one day of Rhinebeck, and then maybe the Abby to Be sweater, or maybe the Andrea Mowry vest if I get to it.
Tessellated.
Tessellated. One of those.
Which that would be good for Saturday because, well, that's the meetup
day.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And vests are a lot easier to wear with different temperatures.
Yeah.
So smart that you did that.
I didn't bring my autumn court today because I haven't made as much progress as I would like. But it exists.
For sure.
It was funny too, because Kristin was saying she's making a cowl, and she's actually doing duplicate stitch on large parts of it because she's like, oh, I hate carrying 3 colors of doing 3 colors at a time. I'm like, girl.
You're the one who designed that one cord pattern.
And her mom looked at her and she's like, and who designs patterns with 3
With
colors?
3
in a row?"
colors.
She was
So
like,
phlegm.
yeah, I know. And I was like, and then I modified her pattern because I have 5 colors instead of 4.
Right.
So now in these 6 rows, I have 4 colors in a row.
Oh no! Oh my goodness!
It's really a problem.
That's a pain.
It is a pain. It
Slows
takes
you
me
down.
45 minutes to do 1 row.
Yeah, yeah. That
I
is-
just really have to push through, finish these like 20 rows, and then I'm home free
Mhm.
until I get to the end of the arms. But I'm not going to put 4 colors in a row
Yeah.
on the arm part.
Yeah.
Arm
No,
color.
no. Yeah. Just there's no need. Don't torture yourself.
And I was thinking for a bit about making more balloony sleeves, but I think I'm not. I'm going to do it as pattern.
That would look so cute, though.
Yeah, but that's more color work.
I know it's true.
So wider sleeves
Yeah.
need more color work. I'm just
I
not going to do
know.
that.
Oh. Not that much more though. It would only be another couple of inches.
Nope. Not going to do it.
Oh well.
I'm
So you should never have told me because I'm now
You
gonna
can
I'm gonna picture it with balloon sleeves.
That would be cute.
Be
But
very
also,
cute.
I think
I don't
with the
know
color work
what
at the
to
end, I think it might be tight. It would be hard to make it drapey enough with like that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose.
So
I suppose.
anyway,
Any other whips you want to show us
I
today?
do. Okay, I'll be faster on these because it's just like progress.
Yeah. Quick
of the-
updates.
I'll show you Catherine's blanket progress because last time you saw it, it was a circle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're squaring it off, right?
I am a lot. Like I said, I'm doing 1 round a day
That's great.
on
Woohoo,
the
it has
Ardith.
grown. Yay.
And this is the Ardith baby girl. We didn't know if it was going to be a boy
And
or a
indeed
girl.
it is.
And it's
Yes.
a girl. So,
So pretty.
So,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
so now it's
Get my
Wow.
coffee out of the way.
it has corners.
Yay. So
Get
cute.
some more yarn on there. Yay! So now it's a square.
Wow.
Yay! Let's see the texture. So I put in all these corners up here since the last podcast. That's going well.
Beautiful.
So that and this I'm doing in the King Cole Cherished in white.
Mm-hmm.
It's made for like 20 colors of, all sorts of things, and it's a very colorful pattern. But you can also
I love doing crochet
Yeah.
in a
The
single
single
color
color.
sometime. And I feel like that's gotten really popular too. It's
Oh.
just definitely.
It has a beautiful look. It really does.
Yeah.
her patterns have such nice textures. So
I'm just thinking about, because you got it in this bag,
Oh, I do.
are these still out of stock?
They are.
We sold out of them
I'm on the,
within like 2 weeks. Oh, you're going to get a notification when they come
I'm
back.
on the wait list.
Good. Okay. Because I really do need one in gold.
Yeah.
One of our customers brought one to Knit Night in the gold, and she's like, "Oh, Kathleen, we match." I'm like, "I didn't get one. I missed it."
They're really
So
nice.
they are really nice.
I
They're-
took this to New Hampshire. This was my knitting bag. I took it to the
Mhm.
beach.
Mhm.
I think I have. We went to we go to New Hampshire. Abby's camp, or my kids go to summer camp in New Hampshire, and Abby's camp is on Newfound Lake, which is near Winnipesaukee, but a little bit further west.
Uh-huh.
And nearby, just north of there, is this place called Polar Caves, which has like the biggest granite boulder in the world that was deposited by a glacier.
Oh wow.
Cool.
But they've got all these glacier boulders like piled up, and people have like mapped caves through them.
Oh wow.
It's very fun. Teddy did it. I'll put a little picture in. But they also have a ton of ducks.
Like the animal.
Like the animals, and you can like feed the ducks, and they have like these European deer. And so I also have corn kernels
Oh, funny.
in my
Yeah.
project bag. Yeah, because the
For
kids
feeding
were
the deer.
playing with the ducks and the deer.
And hearing about the largest boulder deposited by a glacier reminds me of our question from last
Oh,
episode,
yeah.
which
Yeah.
was, what is your favorite vacation or staycation discovery? And the prize is one skein of Northlake, and our winner is Hannah2385, who said, the last vacation I went on was April this year. She went on a cruise to Mexico. The food was so good, but her favorite experience on the vacay was getting to watch a Mayan ball game.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
intense, ceremonial, and I learned a lot about the culture. That is so cool. It's so great to like seek out those experiences and
That you can't get
to get
when
to
you're
share
at
them
home.
with other people.
Yeah,
right?
they have. Was it like the old Mayan ball games where they have like it's sort of basketball? Like they've got the
the
hoops,
rings in the wall.
rings
Mhm.
Yeah.
in the wall. Yeah,
Probably.
that's
so
so
cool.
cool.
That's what I pictured.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Hannah, email us at hello@shopyarnia.com. Let us know what base and color of Northlight you'd like, and if you'd like anything else, shipping's on us. Email us, get in touch. We'll figure it out and get that out to you. So congratulations and thank you for commenting, and thank you to everyone who commented. There were a lot of fun, different things that people have discovered in their travels or that people do in their local areas, which is another great thing. It's like I'm actually one thing along that line for me is Anderson Park. I love walking in Anderson Park. I really do. It's so funny. Edgemont is a half a block for me. Anderson is like 2.5 blocks for me. I love to go to Anderson. I mean, not that it's that far away. It's not, but it's like,
just the
Jean walks the dog all the time in Edgemont, and I'm like, I want to go to Anderson.
And Anderson was designed by the same guy that designed
The
Central
Olmsted
Park.
firm. Yeah. And it has the same feel as like some of the meadows and things like that there. I mean, there are Central Park has really changed much more over the 100 years since it was established. But this is really, just
some really nice established trees.
Yeah, simple local park with, but beautiful and really, it's just my favorite place to walk. And also because it's shady. The path there is so shady because of those big trees. Yeah. So, anywho.
I have an answer to the question.
Oh yes.
Well, the first thing that came up to the top of my head was Tree in Rock from the road trip last year.
Yeah.
I have a picture of that.
What? What is
There was
that?
a tree growing in between a rock in Wyoming.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Tree
did
in Rock.
her cross-country trip.
We can maybe throw in, there was also we tried to make a couple, like the long legs, we made, we had like one of the road
Driving
trip
from
apps.
California to New Jersey.
Yes. One of the road trip apps that gives you like within a radius of your route, like fun, exciting
Interesting
things to do.
Yeah.
And so we went to Tree in Rock. We went to a big Lincoln statue. We should do Elaine's pictures.
Which?
Elaine the lemon.
Oh yes.
What?
God. There was a lemon from Maddie's backyard, right?
Yes, it was. It was from Maddie's backyard, and then she
It
traveled
traveled all
like
the
a
way?
flat
Their
Stanley.
origin point.
Like
Yes.
Flat Stanley.
She
Elaine the
flat
lemon.
Stanley'd, and then
Perfect.
she made it to the East Coast, and then
She was
I
left
think-
in the car for days, I think.
yeah. We didn't actually slice her and eat her, but
Just a bit. Lemon.
Oh, Elaine. All right, so.
My last whip.
Oh, that's right. It's so funny. I thought I was doing whips. You're doing whips.
No problem. I have a lot of whips, apparently. My last whip. Well, okay, I'll talk socks. Or I'll talk rest of socks later, unless you want to talk about these now. I'll talk. Anyway, I'm making my shadow box sock by Helen Stewart, which you haven't seen
cute.
since May.
Wow, is it that long?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Well, because then I started the second one with the Gadifra on me at Uni as soon as we got it in, and I loved it so much that I finished it. And then I did Chad sock, right? So
Right.
I and this is my last sock whip. And I had gotten done with the leg and just hadn't had like that time to turn the heel. So I took it to Pokémon Go Fest.
That's what you worked on there.
So that's what I worked on the train.
It's really sweet. It's
And that's
Springtime
at
Yarnia.
Yarnia.
Springtime at Yarnia.
Right.
Yep. So this is the Shadow Box sock by Helen Stewart, which was the first of her Sock Society this year. And it's sort of like a little ridges and lace pattern. Very easy to memorize this pattern. However, again, if you don't like to purl a lot,
there's a
it's
lot of
mostly
don't
purling.
get this.
Yeah.
Again, 75%.
if not more.
And not really something you can easily knit inside out. I mean, that's the
Absolutely
thing.
not.
Sometimes with that, knitting it inside out is the way to go.
Yeah, but then
Not
there's
with the sock.
twisted rib
Yeah.
in
Oh,
between
no.
each one.
Not fun.
So you're purling a
Not
lot.
fun in that way. Yeah.
So, yeah, I know one. Hi, Catherine. One of our viewers started this one after she saw me knitting it, and she's like, "Oh, the pearls!" So,
Yeah.
yes. And Catherine's name is Pearl Monster.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. It sure
So it
is.
doesn't make sense, but whatever.
She has her reasons.
Maybe it's like she's
Pearls
growling
are
at
the
pearls.
monsters.
I
It
don't know.
could be.
I don't know. We'll have to ask Catherine. Let us know. What is the origin of your YouTube name and Instagram name?
Yeah. So anyway, now this one is going to get done eventually. It's my only sock whip right now, which I'm very glad for.
Wow. I have a sock whip from last summer that, I mean, I will finish it at some point, but I don't know when.
Your sock that you did last summer.
All right. Any more whips you want to show us?
Not right now. I'll talk about those when we get to it.
All right. So I have a couple of things I can show. One is my other summer sweater that I was working on. I thought I would have both this and this done for this episode. I don't. It's okay. This basically...
Well, you can only wear one at a time anyways.
That's right.
I was thinking that you could get them too.
Yeah, because I wound up doing the baby sweater and everything.
And the axolotl.
And the axolotl and finishing the panda.
Things come up.
Things come up. So this is my Rocket Tee, DK, by Tanya Lee. Yeah, I can almost wear it. So I'm
it's
using...
Rhinebeck ready.
Yeah, you have one for next
That's-
episode.
Every time I go to Rhinebeck, I'm wearing something on, like, pearl strings. Or waist yarn.
There you go, exactly. It's
Ends tucked in. It's the way.
So I did finish the body, and last time I had talked about this, with Jen and Amanda, and was thinking about what I wanted to do with the hem, and did I want to fold the hem, and all of that. So what I did was I finished, I did I-cord bind off, 3-stitch I-cord bind off on the sleeves and on the front, and then I tried it on after that. It is still on pearl strings. Thank you. I think I am going to leave it. The whole thing, cotton, it is heavy. It gets to be really, there's just a lot of weight to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it is already starting to droop and everything. And I did actually just do I washed like 4 summer sweaters and I hung them to dry, I laid them out flat to dry and everything. And the previous Rocket Tee that I made using Denim DK shrank by, I don't know, maybe 10%. And I love the way it feels right now.
Oh, good.
So what I'm thinking is when I block this, I probably am going to throw it in the dryer for a little bit after to shrink it down a bit. So I may actually continue this and do a split hem from here. I don't really want to pull out 10 rows. I don't know. I still need to... So, because I know it will shrink a little bit in length too, so it can go a little longer. You know what? Maybe I will do one more white stripe and then I'll do the split hem. Or maybe I'll even include the white stripe in the split hem.
Yeah.
I think I'll do that. I think I'll do that. I'll do another white stripe.
Are you going to do high-low, a little bit lower in the back than the front?
Maybe. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Though with the stripes, I don't know. It winds up being, actually, with it's 12 rows, the 10 rows of the color, and then 2 rows of white is like exactly 2 inches. It's 6 rows to the inch pretty precisely.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if I just do... 2 inches is a good amount for a split hem. Less than that is kind of not really effective. It's not really doing much. But hey, I think I just figured out what I'm going to do. I do high-low sometimes. I feel like with the stripes, it's going to be weird if one part has a longer yellow bit. It's also going to be weird if there's a white bottom on one piece and not the other. So I think it's just given the stripes and the size, it's just not going to work. But yay, so maybe I'll finish that today. Now that I have a new plan, a new improved plan.
We talk through things.
We do, exactly. It's kind of like we do at Knit Night too, So the other thing, like I said, I've been doing a lot of swatching. So this is one of our new fall yarns that we have in. It's not out yet. It is, what is this one?
Big merino wool.
Thank you, Haley. It is, yes, Juniper Moon Farm, Big Merino Wool. Since Sugarbush Chill has gone away long ago, though we still have some left, it is our yarn for 101s. We're always looking for a nice chunky yarn that people can use for, learning how to knit with a little bit bigger yarn and bigger needles. You make fast progress. People, you get
you can see your stitches. Really
endorphin
well.
going. Exactly. So it's interesting. They suggest this for up to a size 17 needle. I think that's kind of crazy. I mean, it would be really open. But I like the way it looks. So I tested it on a few different needle sizes.
Maybe for a shawl.
The top is a 13. An average person's 13. Which I think that would be like nice for a scarf or something. You want to feel it?
Yeah,
I showed it to Amanda earlier. And that is probably equivalent to an average person. Average tension knitter is 11.
Yep.
So, and I think that is the smallest I would go. Beyond that, it gets a little funky. Yeah. So
you could
that
do like
is
a pillow and the tighter or something.
Yeah. It just, I feel like though it's almost, you can see the way the stitches are uneven, and when something's not comfortable to work, that's one of the things that happens. Your stitches do get uneven. So yeah. Oh, and also this, I was thinking maybe that could work for the hair.
Oh, no, that's too thin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see the real thing. It was a customer that came in over the weekend with a very unusual request. And then, let's see, what else? I have another swatch over there. Is it something I can show? It is. So we can talk about this very briefly. No, not that one. Yeah, so actually, would you mind bringing this up, Amanda? This is a new yarn. We'll tell you more about this next time, but I am really enjoying working with it, and I think it is very nice for color work.
Yeah.
So this was, and I didn't pick the colors. The funny thing is, our rep for this company and several of the companies that we work with had these as leftovers from something she made, and she's like, here, you guys will enjoy working with this. And so we are.
So this is cashmere, right? DK?
It's yak.
Yak.
It's yak and merino. Yeah.
Wow.
So
It
that
feels super good.
it feels so nice. So you'll hear more about that next time.
Ooh, yeah, it's soft.
But I have been doing a lot of swatching and playing with new yarns.
fun.
We have
So-
A lot of
so
tasting.
much stuff coming. There were some.
Yeah.
I was winding up some of our new yarns that I have to make a sample with
Mm-hmm.
this weekend, and we had folks were like, I said, subscribe to the newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much news that is about to come
Yep.
out.
And Instagram too. If you don't follow us
Yes,
on Instagram,
both.
do, because we'll be. Oh, and actually, there's even something that's going to be. If you're local-ish to us,
Yeah.
we have an event that's going to be happening on Friday, September 8th. By the time this episode comes out, the day before, we will have revealed really more of what it is.
You'll know what it is.
It's a surprise, though.
Yeah,
For right
it's going to be very fun. So, so definitely we have a lot of stuff coming up for the fall. Like literally, we have so much stuff coming up that we're trying to figure out a stagger so you guys don't get overwhelmed and so we don't get overwhelmed.
Yes, so
Both.
it's
Both.
for you.
It's for both.
For you.
It's definitely for both.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So
We
really,
can't overhaul the whole store with new yarn in 1 week.
no,
That's just
exactly.
much.
Well, especially when we're moving people into school and things like that.
Yes, exactly.
There's that.
Moving people and moving yarn
And not
can't
even
both
in the
happen
state.
at the same time.
So Haley, what do you have? What
Okay.
work in progress do you have
So,
that you want to show
I
us?
have 3 whips. This one that I've been working on this time is a.
Wow! Oh, look out! That is coming along. Oh my goodness!
Look at
It
that.
is a scarf,
Ooh, I like that.
and it's
So cool.
2 strands of Juniper Moon Cumulus Degradé or Rainbow.
Rainbow. It's rainbow.
It's
It's
rainbow.
the Arctic something rainbow. I think.
In, I can tell you, Glacier Bay.
There you go.
Glacier Bay.
In the neutrals, and I did them opposite. Like it's 2 strands at once, so I did one from the inside and one from the outside. So it started light to dark, and then it kind of met in the middle, and now it's light to dark again.
Oh my goodness.
And
that's
then
so
it's
cool.
4 skeins total.
Wow.
It is it's gonna be connected at the end. So
Oh,
this,
it's a cowl.
yes.
Oh, interesting.
And so that it's I love working with cumulus. So
Yeah.
anytime anyone's like cumulus, I'm like yes.
Go for the cumulus.
So that's fun. It's a moss stitch, and it's so funny. More interesting that you can really tell when I switched from. I started it on straight needles because that was what I grabbed in the store, and you can tell when I switched to
The circulars.
circulars, and I've done all of this. I've done maybe, I don't know,
75% of it.
yeah, or more from in like a third of the time. I don't know. Like it's
Yeah.
so much faster on circulars for me personally.
Well,
And
and
it's-
especially at that diameter, they're so much lighter.
Yeah.
Than the
And
Yeah.
it's better for your elbows.
It's better
more ergonomic.
ergonomically. Totally.
So big circular fan.
Yeah.
So that is one.
Mhm.
That's the main thing I've been working on, just picking up and going. And
Nice.
then I've got I have a crochet. We have crochet this episode.
I had my crochet blanket.
Yes, crochet
I
blankets.
have my axolotl.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I just don't have a good memory, apparently. I have a good memory for 107, but not for
This
things
is so
that I've actually
pretty.
seen
Oh,
with my
wow.
eyes.
What is that? What is
It
that?
is. It's for my
Oh, that's right. Yeah, for
It
your
is going
car.
to be the seat cover on my car seat, and
cool.
because there is a tear in the leather, so I want to prevent it from getting more torn.
Uh-huh.
And this is held double too. This is just cotton soft and like a couple extra cottons that I have, but you would make this with cotton soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is
So pretty.
lovely.
I
So
love
pretty.
that tomorrow.
Oh, and it's nice and dense.
It's
Yeah.
very dense. It hurts my wrist a little bit. That's why I haven't finished it.
Yeah. It's-
Um,
yeah. If something's
'cause I
hurting, you
did
do
it-
it in small bursts.
I did it
Definitely.
much tighter. It is a G and
Wow.
double cotton. So
Wow. Double DK cotton. Yeah.
I wanted it to not like
Yeah. You want.
loose and stretch and like
Yeah.
be,
You want it to.
because like with car things, safety is the most important thing.
Yes.
Like the reason that they say don't crochet over your wheel is because if you lose traction, like
Mm-hmm.
only have like ones that are grippy or made for that, like commercially. This is the same kind of thing. I don't want to be like slipping and sliding in the seat.
Good
so
point. Good point.
That's why there is a reason I made it dense.
Yeah. Does it
Um,
need to be much bigger before?
No, it's
Yeah, it looks
only
like
like
it's-
one more.
Uh huh. And then how are you going to attach it? Do you have
I'm
thoughts?
just kind of gonna do some
Maybe do
chains from the
elastic.
corners and tie it like around the back or something.
Okay.
Kind of like the way you would do like on a chair or stool or something,
Mhm.
like a seat cushion,
Yep.
just like around the bottom.
We also do have
and
some
then
elastic
around
too, if you wanted
I
to do.
don't need it to be stretchy though.
True. True.
It just
Yeah,
needs
you
to
want
tie.
it to be stable. Yeah. Okay.
So that's project number 2. This one hasn't been worked on in a minute,
So a
but
belt to it.
a belt.
If you want it to be less stretchy than ties would be.
Or if you do doubled, but like a bigger crochet hook, so it's like double cotton, but or maybe even triple it or something. Maybe make it.
Well, I was just thinking I'll make long enough things and like it'll be like cinched, kind of
Uh-huh.
like
Okay.
just tied tight enough.
Like friendship bracelets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're pretty stable.
like friendship
They are.
bracelets. So that
Sometimes
is
they're hard to get off,
another
Yes.
project that I haven't worked on in a minute.
but nice.
Because
I love
I've
the
had-
colors, and she's
because-
going to be very pretty in blueberry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Segue, because I've been before the neutral scarf came about, I was working on this long-term whip that I brought all of the
Oh,
parts
nice.
that I have so far. So my jelly roll completed
Which
bits.
you showed us, or like when you were on in the summer,
Yes,
right? Or
I
in
have.
the summer.
But I think that was just I had only 1 or 2. Or
Yeah, I
3,
think so. Mhm.
1 or 2 or 3.
1 or 2 or 3. So now we have 4.
Oh my goodness.
Yay.
So, and I had a brainstorm when I was working on, I think, the other scarf, and I was just thinking about this project. I may do, so all of these strips here, this is 1, 2, 3. I'm going to crochet them together. It is based on the Jelly Roll pattern, which is written to, like, do one strip
Join
and
as you
then
go.
join and knit
Yeah.
and, like, go all the way up. But I am too picky about color pattern organizing for that, so I wanted to decide, like, I wanted less decision fatigue per moment.
Mhm.
So I just did the strips, and then I only have to see how the colors match on either side of it, and then I can, like, lay it all out on the floor once it's done. I had a brainstorm. These guys are 100 inches long.
Mm-hmm.
I could do some 50, some 25, some 75.
Oh, and make them like bricks that you like assemble. Oh, I love that. That is a
And
great
then-
idea.
In between, or just, and then along with that, to kind of make it almost a little more patchworky, I could do just like single
Granny
back
squares or
squares.
something. Oh my god, I love it. That's so fun.
That would be
That's
super
so.
nice.
The other to me serious advantage of doing it in strips the way you're doing it is portability.
Yeah.
Like
That's
this is one of your on the
a
go
huge
projects.
reason,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Because
I
this
can't-
has replaced my sock for the summer, basically.
Yeah.
Uh huh. I can't imagine
And might be my
doing a
class
join as you go for something like this. I never would. I mean, it's like
It just
because I take my knitting with me everywhere, and it's
Exactly.
like it just
if it was
would
a
become-
project that you just worked at home,
But
then whatever,
even then, it's
for,
just
we're too picky about colors. We're a
Yeah.
little specific.
We had
A little
friends
particular.
in town from, well, work colleagues of mine, but brought his family from Paris. And we met them in the city.
Mhm.
But I drove,
Mm.
because Chad drove all the way from New Hampshire and back. So I was like, okay, I'll drive.
My turn to drive.
Yeah. He had been working all day. He was like, so whatever. So I drove. I don't mind. but I didn't bring a knitting project. And then after dinner, he was like, I'll drive home. And I was like,
But
I have no knitting.
knitting time.
I have no
you can't
knitting.
drive because
It's
I'm supposed to be
time.
knitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little bit traumatic that way. We went to Joe's Shanghai in Chinatown,
Mm-hmm.
which I remember. I mean, I was there 15 years ago, and it was amazing. Their soup dumplings were the best.
Ooh.
And then we had a Joe's Shanghai in Midtown, like their outpost or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
on like 54th, close to 6th. Soup dumplings were also excellent. And it's a little bit more noisy. He had 2 kids, like tweens, teenagers. I brought Abby. Abby doesn't speak French and they didn't speak English too well, so whatever, they entertain themselves.
Yeah.
But I was so disappointed. Like something must have changed. Like the soup dumplings were not nearly as good as they used to be.
Interesting.
So that is definitely that's a local find. Don't go.
Reach out.
It was
Or
very
just
tourist
prepare-
trappy, and like
prepare.
Oh, no.
the lighting was too bright. Like I mean, they always rushed
Interesting.
you. That's
Mm-hmm.
when you go to Chinatown, don't be offended that like everything
Moves
turns over very
fast.
fast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I was so disappointed. I was
Oh,
like, I
that's
wish
a shame.
I had found someplace else to go.
Mm.
So, boo, if you know any great Chinatown restaurants that are excellent food and would be good to take kids, let me know, because now I'm looking for a new spot.
Mm-hmm.
Joe's Shanghai was my go-to. It's on Bowery, right off Canal Street. But, yeah, I think it definitely felt like they were Michelin, in the Michelin Guide.
Wow.
It was a great restaurant. And I must have new ownership that just like the soup dumplings were too gummy, they were too thick.
Mm.
It was frustrating.
Enemy
That's it.
of time.
Yes.
The enemy that is time.
Yeah. But anyway, it was still crowded and you had to wait to get in.
Mm.
But like I said, I think tourist trippy now.
Yeah.
But
It
anyway,
happens sometimes. It
Love
does.
for your britches.
It does. So, all right.
Big
So
to hang
that's
out.
good with your.
Those
your
are my
whips.
whips. Those are
All
my
right.
whips.
So we want to talk about new in store and what else? You said you had something that was going to.
well, it was sort of yeah. So I told you last week that Beth needs new wool socks.
Yeah.
So this week I picked out 2 of our, well, they're new because we've been out for a while.
And also we did get a bunch of new colors.
We got a new bunch. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New
Because
and refreshed.
this is West Yorkshire Spinners, their signature 4-ply, which is self-striping sock yarn.
It is
We
so
love the
cute.
self-striping sock yarn.
Definitely.
And
there's self-striping and self-patterning. Some of them,
Yeah.
they're all stripe-based. But I was remembering when I went and grabbed
this gingerbread is so cute.
Yeah.
this. If you guys watch Ali and Bella, this is the one she raves about. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And she's made a couple. Or
And like
multiple
when we
projects.
got it, I'm like, oh, I can have Cherie socks. Will I wear them? This has happened before when we're recording.
Yes, I remember.
yeah, we had to mute the sound.
There's construction going on in the apartment above us, and they may have just set off the fire alarm.
But luckily it's
Seems to be under control.
Yeah. Okay. I'll probably cut that out. Okay, so
Or you could just mute it.
we have
2,
blah, blah, blah.
4, 6, 8, 10. We have at least 10 of the stripe
Yes.
patterns, and we do still have some of the solids left.
and some needs
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
like they're dappled, you know, they're not
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Oh,
true.
yes.
Yes, some of them
Yeah.
are like
But the
tonal
Gadifra
multis.
Lana Mia
Yes.
would
Yes.
also play very nicely.
Very,
for
yeah,
heels
very,
and toes,
very
Like
similar.
That orange
oh
would look
my
so
god.
nice.
Hold on one of them.
Yeah, and we need to figure out what goes with the gingerbread too.
Yeah.
Mm.
But Beth needs new socks. So I had tubes cranked with 2 of our new colors.
Yay!
Yay! So these will become socks. I'm going to do heels and toes.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Let's put it on top. Put them on
Yeah.
top of the ones they get with.
Little cinnamon
Mhm.
snickerdoodle business
Oh
going
yes, I
on.
like that, Haley. Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah. Oh. And as we're talking about this, I just put in stock 2 new Lana Mia uni colors
Oh good. I didn't even see
Cream.
them.
Nice.
Yay!
and dark navy
Oh good.
Cool.
When did they come? I didn't even
over
see
the
them.
weekend.
Ah, Okay.
So now we have cream and dark navy, which I have a very old skein of like cream West Yorkshire spinners.
Yes, yeah, the milk.
The
Yep.
milk, yes. Which once you get one of those, you can just do heels, toes, cuffs for like everything forever and ever.
Look at that.
Nice,
They
very
go
nice,
together
Ellie.
so well.
Good job.
Yeah, they do, and they're very similar textures.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Um,
I totally would use them
But
together.
the West Yorkshire spinners, it's reared, sheared, and spun in Britain. They have a large percentage, 35% BFL, which it gives a very nice texture. But I love these colors. So let me show you.
Yes. The tubes have been made.
Sock tubes. So
Here we
this
go.
guy,
Okay.
right? This guy here, which is the bright side colorway, becomes this tube. Look at that. How fun.
So cute.
So it looks in the skein sort of like it's single stripes, but it actually sort of has these like little pops of the neighbor color in the middle of the other stripes.
And this one is Winter Icicle.
Winter icicle. Beth's a little bit of a blue girl, so I thought she would like this color as well. Winter icicle.
And
I
then this
love
one
that.
I remember we had last year and sold out.
Yes,
The Rum
yeah.
Paradise. This
That's how
we
the
should use this one.
Winter
This is
icicle
Genius.
looks. Ta-da-da. So Beth will get new socks like that. This is the Rum Paradise that everybody loves, and these are the Rum Paradise are solid stripes, just rainbow.
Yeah.
Stay tuned
All
for
the way down.
some content, some media content.
Using
So-
that very soon.
Yeah, so these guys will become socks very soon.
Very fun.
Very nice.
Love it. Getting back into the sock grind.
So,
I feel like you could actually do 2 tubes of these and have like a skinny scarf.
yep, sometimes people do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. So we don't have a question yet for this episode, though I was thinking about one as I was getting ready this morning. For a lot of people, you know, it is some people are already back in school, which given the part of the country that we live in, school does not start until after Labor Day, come hell or high water.
My kids have a half day on the Friday after Labor Day, which I think is the 8th.
Yeah.
So their
it's
first full day is the 11th of
the
September.
wow.
When,
Yeah,
and
it's very
So they
late.
start with a half day.
Yes.
That's weird.
Half day on a Friday,
That's
go
kinda
till
like
noon,
it.
and then you have
You just-
an ice cream social.
Yeah, that's
the way-
easing
that's
into
the way
the
to
school
do
year.
it.
So I guess the question I was thinking is, do you have a beginning of the school year tradition? Is there
Oh,
something that you
yeah.
like to do or whatever? And the prize should be your choice of
Yes.
one skein of the signature four-ply sock from West Yorkshire Spinners.
Yeah.
And actually, you know what I think we should do? Cranked into a tube.
Oh.
How's that? Right?
If
Why
you
not?
want.
If you want, yes.
If you
yes,
don't
if you,
want a tube for
if
some
you don't want a
reason,
tube,
but
that's
we'll
fine.
crank it.
But if you wish, the cranking is optional, and you just let us know. All right, how's
That's
that?
awesome. And then you can knit heels, toes, and cuffs with me.
Yeah,
Yay.
yes, and Jen, when we finally get her class up,
It will.
Which is-
it will,
yeah.
It will happen.
it'll happen.
Working,
It'll
working.
happen. Yeah,
Actually, I mean, I feel like that's a very good fall class to have anyway.
totally. It's just I'm busier than I expected to be right now. I thought I'd be able to be going through and doing the chapters and all. So
I'm always busier than
it'll
I thought I
happen.
would be.
It'll happen soon. I am too, except Saturday when I spent most of the day making, or
Yeah.
my entire afternoon making an axolotl.
You have to make
Very
time.
important task.
Apparently.
Yeah. There you go.
So yes. So I'm just writing this all down so that I remember later what we said.
It'll be in the video anyway.
Yes.
So, like I mentioned, or like we mentioned earlier, we have a lot of things coming out and activities planned for the fall. If you haven't
Yes.
yet subscribed to our newsletter,
You might
pause now. Go to shopyarnia.com. Scroll to the bottom of any page. Put in your email address. You'll be in the newsletter. You'll be
you
subscribed to
start
the
getting
newsletter.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yep, and that is, I'm on Instagram. Like I exist on Instagram, but I don't check it every day, and I feel like sometimes you miss things on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
But like the newsletter is a reliable place to always.
Oh yeah, I mean
It is the
it's something
always
Jen
get the
does every
information.
week.
Yes.
Yeah. So
So that's.
and we all talk about what
Place
goes
that
in it and all of that. Yep. So what?
Axolotl booty.
Yeah.
Axolotl.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Yes.
And also, don't forget to like and subscribe because
Please.
also,
And thank you.
as we have new things coming out this fall, we'll be
You'll
mentioning them
see them
here.
here.
Yes,
on our
yes.
podcast.
Oh yeah, the next podcast we already know what we're doing for the next podcast.
Yes.
That's how excited and prepared we are. So there, and that rarely
so
happens.
there.
Let me well, seriously, how often does that happen?
So
It's
don't
usually
miss
the
it.
morning of.
Like and subscribe. Like
Yes.
because that helps our channel.
Yes.
Subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
then you can also follow us on Instagram, on Facebook,
Yep.
uh,
TikTok.
Shop Yarnia,
TikTok.
TikTok.
Yarnia 127.
But it should be linked in all of our stuff.
Yeah, everything is linked down below.
Yeah.
Did we say all the things, Jen? I don't know.
I don't know. And hopefully we'll have some content from Jen during this. I'm sure we will.
Yes. I'm
She'll
sure.
tell you about her Wyethia. It's beautiful. So pretty.
I want to feel that one.
Yeah.
in
And maybe if
person.
she got any good lobster while she was out on the Cape.
She doesn't do the seafood.
She doesn't.
Right.
Okay.
So
Sam,
sad.
If her family members did, I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
not get good lobster on the way home
Oh
because
no.
it would have added another hour and a half to our trip. I was
Yeah.
sort of bummed.
Sometimes that.
I would have driven that extra hour.
It's a lot though when you're bringing kids home from camp and everything. It's like,
4 children in the back seat and a huge carrier on the top, which we had to have a detour to Walmart to get like the straps to tie down
Oh,
so that
boy.
it didn't explode on the highway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Keep the stuff
Safety.
They're contained to the car, right?
Yeah.
All right. So thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a great almost end of summer, and we will
Yeah.
see you next time.
Bye.
Oh, wait. I forgot to guess what episode this is. It is episode 110? No. 109? I don't actually know.